Hey, how's it going? This is Eric, Bandit Concrete Pumping, and this is my very first YouTube video I've ever made. Just starting my channel. So right now I'm getting ready to go pump a job in Tyler, just north of me. We're going to be filling sewer lines today. I've done several jobs with this company that's contracted me to do this, so I'm just going to kind of take you along and kind of show you what I normally do to get ready for a job. It's about 37 degrees right now, so it's a little chilly, and this old pump I've got is a little cold-natured. So what I do is I've got a small pump that circulates the water in the block and actually heats it up. This little guy right here, I've had it plugged in for a couple hours this morning, so it should be warm. So I'm just going to unplug that. And we'll fire it up and let it get warm. There you go. Fires right up. I'm filling up my tank as well. I have onboard water at jobs. Most of the time, the jobs that I'm at, water is not available. And so what I did was outfitted my pump with its own water reservoir, and got a little inline pump that sprays water pretty good for my washout. So we'll let this thing get heated up and I'll catch back up with you in just a minute. All right, got the pump warmed up. We're getting ready to head out. Letting my truck warm up for a second. Wanted to tell you a little bit about this pump. This is a 95 or 96 model. I'm not sure which. Reed 3025. And so originally this pump was electric powered by a 50 horse electric motor, and basically this is the original part of the pump. So it's not a very big pump, but it gets the job done for what I do. Originally, I think somebody up in Missouri is the one who did the conversion. They did a pretty dang good job. Now it's powered by a Perkins 6354, somewhere around 100 horsepower diesel engine, which it is turboed. But this thing doesn't even have to work very hard to turn that hydraulic pump. I mean, it's way more motor than what that little hydraulic pump needs. But it's good because it's great on fuel. The motor didn't have to work hard at all, and parts are plentiful and very affordable. So I've done some work to that. I've done some work to the pump itself, new computer, new switches, new speed control. I think they call that a potentiometer. I call it a speed control valve, or a speed control knob. Done a lot of work to it. Like I said a while ago, I do have a 100-gallon tank on here. Do have a pressure washer that I mounted on there. A lot of the places I go don't have water, and so we have the ability to wash out with our own tank water, which is nice. So I carry about 300 feet of 3-inch hose on here, and I also have 50 feet of 2-inch. We use that most of the time when we're doing block fill or any type of a grout job. Now today we are doing grout, but we're going to use the 3-inch just because we're going to literally chunk that hose into an 8-inch pipe and let her eat. So no need in trying to control the volume on that. We'll just let it ride. So let's let the truck warm up for a second, and then we'll head on into Tyler. Got to stop and get some fuel and cold drink, and so I'll catch up with them. All right, we're on the road headed out. Like I said, we just got a little sewer line grout job we're doing today. Nothing too exciting. I'll try to make it as exciting as possible, but I really wanted to kind of talk to y'all about how and why we started our concrete pumping company. So I'm a full-time firefighter paramedic out here in East Texas, and firemen always have something on the side that they do. For years and years I did had a landscaping company, mowed yards, did flower bed builds, installs, all that kind of stuff. Did that for almost 10 years, and we decided to get out of it, and went about a year and a half, 2 years of just kind of working some other side jobs on my days off. Well, my wife and I really wanted to start another business, and we've always been interested in concrete pumping for one reason or another, and started looking into it. And because I didn't have a clue about how any of that stuff worked. And originally we were looking at boom pumps, and I'm thinking, good gosh almighty, I'm gonna have to give up an arm and a leg to be able to afford to do that. And then I discovered line pumps, and I was like, okay, well, maybe that's something that we could afford to start. And did a bunch of research, did a bunch of cold calls on finishers and whatnot in the area, and everybody was real positive about having this service around here. So we got to looking, and I'm looking at having to borrow $55,000-$60,000 for a good used pump, and then I've got to buy the system and everything to go with it. So I didn't really run into a roadblock, but it was just, I got to figure out how to make this happen. So lo and behold, I got deployed with my fire department down to Southwest Texas for wildland fire standby. And I was down there for 2 weeks. And while I was down there, did some research and whatnot on different pumps nationwide, basically. And I found this pump out in Tennessee. And so I called the guy. We did some dealing back and forth, settled on a number. And I was like, well, okay, I guess this is what we're gonna do. So anyway, I was out there in Southwest Texas for 2 weeks and got back, and by golly, the paycheck that I made during that time was exactly to the cent of how much I agreed I was gonna buy this pump for. So the good Lord provided a way for me to get this pump. Now, on top of all that, I was in my research of learning how to pump concrete, because like I said, don't have a background in doing this, I started watching YouTube videos. And I watched a ton of them. And I discovered this fella by the name of Jeff Tucker at Muddy Feet Concrete Pumping. And I devoured, all the videos of his that I could watch. And kind of got to thinking to myself, watching is good, but I really need to get hands-on. And there was nobody around here that really even line pumps. And so I reached out to Jeff, and he allowed me to come and pump a job with him up in the north side of the Metroplex, up in Dallas area. And so I'm super, super grateful that he took the time and allowed me to do that. And literally between him and discovering another well-known feller, Mr. Scott from the Canadian Concrete Pumper, those two literally have taught me how to pump concrete from YouTube videos. And that's pretty wild if you really think about it. And that's the power of YouTube, and kind of the power of deciding you're going to do something and just figure out how to do it and how to make it happen. And so I owe so much to those two guys, that they've kind of taken me under their wing and taught me everything that I know about pumping concrete. There's another fella that's local to me that I've known for a long, long time. His name's John, and he's with a concrete pumping company in Tyler. Him and my dad have been buddies for forever, and he also has been huge in getting me business and kind of just mentoring me and giving me words of encouragement. So John, I really appreciate everything that you've done for me as well. So Selena and I, that's my wife, we made the trip out there to Tennessee, dang near to Kentucky, and I've never been out in that part of the country. Sure was pretty. Picked this pump up, drove back, and was able to purchase my hoses from a dealer down in Houston area, and man, we went to it. First it was, you know, 1 job a week, and then 2 jobs a week, then eventually 3-4 jobs a week. So it's been a huge blessing, and things have just kind of taken shape and fallen in, and I'm continuing to learn every time I go out and pump a job, continuing to learn something. And I think that is important, because if you ever stop learning, you're not progressing. So that's a little bit about how and why we started our business. So I would just encourage anybody, you know, if you're thinking about getting into any type of business, man, YouTube is free. It's free, and there's people that have gone on there and have explained how to do these things. You don't have to have a college education. You don't have to have previous experience of owning a business. Literally, you can learn how to do anything off of YouTube. And so basically it just boils down to how much do you want? How much do you want it? How much do you want to really step out there and make it happen? And you can't do it by yourself. I've had people around me, from family to friends, that have encouraged me and helped me out and pushed me, and I'm grateful for that. My dad, he works for a large concrete ready-mix supplier in my area, and without him, you know, I wouldn't have been able to do this in many different ways. Contacts, encouragement, etc. So I'm very grateful for all the family that's helped me in this. And moving forward, we are looking to grow this as big as we can, but staying mindful in keeping our debt low and using our money wisely and constantly investing back into the company. So we've got a good, strong business plan moving forward, and I'm really encouraged about 2025. We've got some good things happening, I believe, as far as the economy coming in. I'm super happy we got who we got coming into the White House. Praise the Lord. And if you got a problem with that, brother, open your eyes. Anyway, not to get too political, we're going to stop up here at the gas station, get some diesel, and we will see you once we get to the job site. Okay. So we are going to pump down there, that PVC pipe that goes underneath all this. So we'll get her set up. I'm thinking I might have to back up a little bit, but we can do a single hose and just bring the concrete truck in right there. Let's do that. Let's throw in reverse, Terry, and back it up just a scotch. Yeah, why wouldn't that work? Why wouldn't that work? That'll do that. Now I gotta go find my coupling. I left with these guys last time. Alright.
We're here to help now.
Alright, I appreciate it.
TikToker, man?
Oh no, just YouTube. I just started a channel.
Really?
Yeah. You ain't wanted, are you?
No. Support, man. Concrete?
Yeah.
You're gonna want concrete like this today, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just back them in right here and just kind of swing them out, and then we'll just put the chute up there. It should work out pretty good.
Well, I'm thinking if he's coming down here, I'll stop traffic and get him to come like this.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just kind of keep him over that way, so when he swings, the chute will be lined up pretty good.
Okay.
Go ahead and fire it up. Let it get warmed up. Now you won't be able to hear a dang thing I say. Well, you're gonna be stubborn. Grab that hammer that's right there, homie. Thank you. That's all it needed was a little love tap. Yes, sir.
Little rough love.
Little love, man. Get this big old rock out of the way. That'll be a good shot. Yeah, we're gonna be spoiled on this one, just one hose. So all the other stuff was crunchy.
Because the one that brought these guys to concrete was the other guys, man.
Yeah, I saw that. This short, you really don't have to use mortar mix, but I noticed this one was kind of getting a little crunchy the other day, so we'll just use it up. good. We got that pump, it's full, so now we unhook everything, get everything cleaned up. That took like 10 minutes maybe of pumping, so gotta love that. Let him wash out in me. Sweet. We'll pump that a little bit, take the pressure off that. Unhook it. All right. We might. I don't know. I greased it. Yeah, I'm gonna need it. I put too much muscle on it. Hey, Ruben, you may pump down right here? Excuse me. You bet. Thank you. Thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Almost there. I ain't even gonna blow out. I'm just gonna rinse it out. Put a little air through it with the pump. About all she's gonna do. One more. There we go. Oh yeah. Dang, red mud is fun to walk around in. Be a pro, clean as you go. Sounds like it's getting a little air in the fuel system again. I might have to look at that. It's been a problem I've had here recently. I got a new lift pump for it, so might be time to just put a new lift pump on it and replace a bunch of the fuel lines. I have had it die on me, and that's a pain in the butt. Just got to purge the system whenever it does that, which I can be back up and running in 3 or 4 minutes if you pump it like crazy. The good thing about this old pump is everything is mechanical as can be, so it makes diagnosing problems a ton easier. Okay. Don't fall. No, I didn't make that mess. It must have been the truck driver. I'm kidding. They've got to do a lot of cleaning here anyway, so they don't care. Alright. In reverse, bring it on. Cleans up so easily. Love it. Until it doesn't. Clean that tube real good. This tube's clean. And we'll just spray a bunch of water in this tube. Just make sure everything looks nice and probably should have put y'all on my magnet mount, but I'm learning. Just like everything else in life. I was worried I wouldn't know what to say, but it turns out I realized I talk to myself a lot anyway, so might as well have somebody listen to me eventually. Clear water. Clear water. One more again, fill the best tube. Yep, she's good. Let's grease it real quick. Grease these guys. So grease comes out of that. Push all that grout out. Good. Oh yeah. All right, let's get these hoses loaded. Let's see. Alright, we'll make sure we got everything rolled up.
I got you. Bye, brother. I gotta go take it somewhere. Alright, be careful. Yeah, man.
Just telling me we got another one. Another shoreline job. Couple weeks. Very consistent. Doing these jobs. I really appreciate it. Come on. Is there anything more annoying than a water hose that won't roll up? Other than a weed eater that won't crank. A weed eater that doesn't crank, oh, it's the bane of my existence. Alright. We're all packed up, I think. Yeah, we good. Alright, we are done with that one. I love pumping for that crew. They're always super cool and very, very helpful. They didn't have to do a whole lot on that one, but man, I've had 300 foot of hose out before and they just get after it, dragging it up for me. They are awesome. So that was the easy one. That was like I said, that was kind of boring. Can't really see anything going on because that grout's going through that PVC pipe. I think we ended up pumping, it's an 8-inch pipe, about 150 feet, something like that. It was the second half of one that I did last week. So that one's all buttoned up. That whole project is done as far as I'm concerned. And we've got another one coming up. He said he'll have it ready in 2 weeks. So look forward to that one. I love those jobs, and I love working with those guys because they're always awesome, always. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up on this one. I can't think of anything else really to show or talk about. I'm looking forward to this. I'm gonna record as much as I possibly can. I think it's gonna be a good time, fun hobby. And I'm also gonna do some other stuff, man. I've got all kinds of stuff that I get into, and I'll record it, and if it gets a bunch of views or likes or something, I'll just keep adding little things in there too. So anyway, appreciate it, and we'll see you on down the road.